Well,
especially
thank
after
you,
seeing your front.
Oh.
Let me ask you one other thing. Did you hear that the court just made a ruling that they're going to have to make the Lone Ranger take his mask off? If they ever see you, they're going to make a ruling where you have to wear a mask. You realize that?
You're in rare form today. I hear it.
That's right, baby.
Okay.
When I beat the world heavyweight champion, I am in rare form, and I guess you saw it right there, didn't you?
Well, I saw what could be interpreted, I'm certainly by you, as a win over the champion. He still has the belt.
Could be interpreted. It was a 1, 2, 3. That's right. It took me a couple of minutes longer than I anticipated, but what can you expect? I was fighting 2 world champions that night. Not only Nick Bockwinkel, the world heavyweight wrestling champion, but Tommy Marlin, the world heavyweight cheating referee. That was 2 against 1, and I'm telling this to everybody that was at the Mid-South Coliseum. In your heart, you know I'm right, baby. That guy cheated me out of the world heavyweight championship. And let me tell you why, Lance Russell. You know why? Do you know who Tommy Marlin is? You know he don't referee around here all the time. You know why? Well, let me tell you why. Because his brother is Eddie Marlin. Now, do you know who Eddie Marlin is? Eddie Marlin is Jerry Jarrett's father-in-law. Now, this all seems to be a little convenient family affair, doesn't it? Jerry Jarrett puts Tommy Marlin in there because he don't want me to be the world heavyweight champion. I realize that. Jerry Jarrett knows that if I was the world's heavyweight champion, I'd have to leave here, and he could see his little candy castle come crumbling down, baby. He knows without the king around here, he'd go right in the dumper. That's why he put Tommy Marlin in there. That's why I was cheated out of the world's heavyweight championship. But in spite of all of that, I still did what no man on earth has been able to do, and that's beat Nick Bockwinkel. What do you think about that, Banana Nose?
Well, when 60 minutes is up, 60 minutes is up, and that is exactly.
Yeah, and when a man gets his shoulders pinned to the mat, he gets them pinned to the mat. And you saw it just like all of the rest of you idiots out there saw it. I beat Nick Bockwinkel. Now, let me ask you something else. When Dundee wrestled Nick Bockwinkel, he got knocked out, baby. He got sent down to Dreamland, and Jerry Jarrett was so proud of Bill Dundee, he took the film of that little sawed-off runt out to Arizona, showed it to the president of the AWA, and they granted Bill Dundee a rematch. But do you think that he's called the president of the AWA after I beat Nick Bockwinkel? Do you think he wants to show him that film? Do you think he wants a rematch for me? Oh, no, baby. Just like I said, Jerry Jarrett don't want me to be the world's champion because he can kiss me goodbye, baby. And old Moneybags Jarrett, Tightwad Jarrett, he don't want to see me leave from here. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to get my rematch with Bockwinkel. I'm going to get it one way or other, and that's a promise, brother.
Well, I hear it. Jerry Jarrett is a promoter. His business is of putting in the matches that the people want to see, and if he can put in another match with Nick
knows they
Bockwinkel,
want to see the king. You think anybody would pay to come down and see a sawed-off runt? Bug-eyed Bill Dundee? No, they come to see me, baby. Let me tell you something about Bill Dundee. I want to say a few words about Bill Dundee.
You wait a minute.
I don't have to wait for nothing.
Bill Dundee, I got a tape from him that had a few things to say about Jerry Law.
Before you show that tape, let me tell you something. Bill Dundee, the little sawed-off runt, he's got the Southern Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, now, do you think he'd put that up on the line Monday night? Well, do you think for 1 minute that Bill Dundee wants to risk that belt against me? No way, baby. I called Jerry Jarrett. I said, put that belt up. Get Dundee to put that belt up.
If you'll close
that Dundee's such a big coward. He knows when he puts that belt up against me, he can kiss it goodbye, baby.
Just keep quiet a minute and take a listen to what Bill Dundee had to say. Be fair about it.
Why ain't he here today to say it?
Well, he is not here today.
Yeah,
but
you know why? Because I am here. Okay. That's why he.
Let's roll the tape in there and take a listen to what Bill Dundee had to say.
Jerry Lawler, there's 3 things going on in the back of my little mind. Yeah, you'd call it little, but there's 3 things going on in the back of my mind, and I'm going to tell them to you one at a time, brother. Jerry Jarrett has called me and told me that his phone's jumping off the wall. The king himself wants a title match with a superstar. Yeah, I got your belt, Lawler, and I have looked all over it, and it doesn't say Jerry Lawler nowhere. I have been all over this belt, and it doesn't have your name on it at all, son. Now, I'll tell you what you do. Before you get a crack at this belt, you go at and you prove to me, yeah, to me, because I'm the champion, that you're worthy of getting a crack at this belt. You go out and beat the Hulk, Ron Bass, Sonny King, Handsome Jimmy Valiant, the Freebirds, then call Jerry Jarrett and tell him you want a title shot. Because in my book, all you are is a jabroni, son. Now, when you beat all them guys, you come back and you get title shot. That's all I've got to say on that. Now, the second thing, the king himself stood out here and bragged how tough he was. What he was going to do to Nick Bockwinkel. You looked as ridiculous in the match as you did getting carried to the ring in that silly chariot you had made. Now, think about this. You went out there and you punched him, and you kicked him, and you pulled his hair, and you slammed him, and you jumped on him off the top rope, and you couldn't beat him. Now, I went out and I wrestled him. I wrestled him for 30 minutes, and he pulled something out of his tights and he knocked me out with it. Now, think. I wrestled him. You fought him. You gave him your best shot. You did everything you could, son, and you couldn't beat him. Now, the third thing. When I get in the ring with you Monday night, the last time I got in the ring with you, I liked you. I was trying to be your friend, and you went around Memphis after it was all over and said, what a jerk, what a joke that Dundee is. He had a chain in his hand and he wouldn't hit me with it. Now, I wouldn't hit you with it because I was trying to be your friend. Now, think of this. The last time I wrestled you as your friend. Now I hate you, boy. I'm coming down there to fight you. All the friendship's gone, all the miles up and down the road are gone. It's just Jerry Lawler against Bill Superstar Dundee. You said I invented that name. No, son, I earned that name. There was great big fellas come to Memphis and beat my brains out and left me laying in a pool of blood. I earned that name. Now, I'm coming to fight you, Lawler. The friendship's gone. There's nothing. I hate you. You're my #1 enemy, and I'm coming to fight you. The wrestling is gone, so bring all you come. Come loaded for bear, because I'm coming loaded for bear, brother, and I'm going to beat you.
He's not hiding anything. He's telling you like it is.
No, he ain't told it like it is, Banana Nose. He told it like you wanted to hear it, and like the rest of these rednecks out here wanted to hear it, but he didn't tell it like it is. He said he wrestled Nick Bockwinkel. Who's he trying to kid, baby? He did everything he could do to Nick Bockwinkel, and he still wound up getting beat. Yeah, I punched Nick Bockwinkel just like I'm going to punch you, Dundee. I'm going to punch your little lights out, punk. And I beat Nick Bockwinkel, something that nobody else has ever done, least of all not you, you little runt. Let me give you a little...